Welcome to our myth-busting marathon. We're tackling 10 myths surrounding cancer and diet. Let's uncover the truth through a deep dive into science, research, and hard facts. Ready, set, let's go. Kicking off with myth number 1. Sugar directly feeds cancer cells. Now, this is a myth that has caused quite a stir. And for a good reason. Cancer cells are indeed notorious for guzzling glucose, a form of sugar, more eagerly than healthy cells. This unique behavior has led to the misconception that dietary sugar fuels cancer, giving the impression that if we simply cut sugar from our diet, we can starve cancer cells. But here's where the science gets really interesting. All cells, whether they're cancerous or not, require sugar to thrive. Our bodies rely on glucose for energy, and it's the primary fuel source for various cellular activities. So, demonizing sugar as a direct enabler of cancer growth overlooks the bigger picture. Here's the caveat we need to consider. An overindulgence in sugar, particularly refined and processed sugars, can pave the way to obesity and insulin resistance. These are potent risk factors for certain types of cancer, such as breast and colorectal cancer. While dietary sugar isn't a direct gas pedal for cancer growth, it's a piece of a much more complex puzzle. On to myth number 2. Organic foods prevent cancer. The organic label often conjures images of wholesome, pesticide-free products, leading many to believe that organic means cancer prevention. While organic farming does offer environmental benefits, it doesn't necessarily translate to nutritional superiority or cancer-fighting prowess. Cancer prevention through diet is manufactured and not confined to farming methods. Studies emphasize that a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, whether organically or conventionally grown, is key to reducing cancer risk. It's about variety, balance, and nutrient-dense choices, organic or not. Focusing on a wide array of nutritious food should be the core of a cancer-fighting kitchen. While the choice of organic may align with personal preferences or environmental consideration, it's the overall composition of the diet that plays the pivotal role in cancer prevention. Next up, myth number 3. Microwaving food causes cancer. The fears stem from misconceptions that microwaves morph food's molecular structure into something cancer-causing. The science tells us that microwaves use non-ionizing radiation to generate heat, not to tamper with food chemistry or induce radioactivity. Reputable health organizations worldwide affirm microwave safety when used as directed. Microwaving is a safe, convenient method to heat your food. It's more about ensuring even heating and avoiding scalding temperatures rather than worrying about your food turning into a ticking time bomb. Steaming ahead to myth number 4, cutting out dairy prevents cancer. The jury is still out on this one, as dairy products present a complex nutritional landscape. Certain studies have linked high-fat dairy products with an elevated risk of some cancers, but on the flip side, other research suggests dairy may reduce the risk of different cancer types. Calcium and vitamin D in dairy are vital for bone health and other cellular functions. It seems moderation and a focus on low-fat dairy options are key, rather than blanket bans on an entire food group. Before we move on, let us know in the comments if you know of any interesting myths when it comes to cancer or nutrition in general. And if you do not mind, please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you find this interesting. Myth number 5. An alkaline diet cures cancer. The myth is grounded in the notion that cancer cells are acid lovers and alkaline haters. The theory seems logical on the surface, but the human body is a master of homeostasis, maintaining a steady pH regardless of dietary influence. High-quality scientific studies showing an alkaline diet can treat or prevent cancer are notably absent. Eating a balanced, nutrient-dense diet while ignoring trendy pH-focused diets seems the sensible, science-backed path. And we move on to myth number 6. Artificial sweeteners cause cancer. Now, where did this idea come from? It's rooted in early animal studies that suggest a link between sweeteners and cancer. But it's important to recognize that these early studies were conducted with extremely high doses, levels that humans would never typically consume. And as it turns out, animal biology doesn't always translate to humans. Reputable organizations like the FDA and the National Cancer Institute have looked into this repeatedly. They've examined common artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose and conducted that they are safe within established daily intake levels. It's a solid consensus with the scientific community that doesn't support a link between these sweeteners and cancer. But remember, moderation is key. Artificial sweeteners can be used as part of a balanced diet, but they shouldn't be overdone. If you have specific dietary needs or concerns, a healthcare provider or dietitian can offer personalized guidance. So don't let this myth steer your dietary choices. The science is clear, and it tells a different story. We're on to myth number 7. Genetically modified foods, GMOs, lead to cancer. GMOs have taken center stage in many health debates. However, comprehensive scientific research and reviews of hundreds of studies have found GMOs to be nutritionally equivalent to non-GMOs, with no elevated cancer risk. Respected health organizations and scientific bodies affirm GMOs' safety, emphasizing that each GMO crop undergoes rigorous testing for potential health impacts, including cancer, before making it to your grocery store. Next, we tackle myth number 8. Soy increases breast cancer risk. Phytoestrogens in soy products have sparked fears of hormone disruption and increased cancer risk. Studies, including those in breast cancer survivors, show moderate soy consumption does not increase breast cancer risk. Some research even suggests protective benefits. Therefore, the science supports the inclusion of soy as part of a varied, balanced diet, debunking this myth. On to myth number 9. Gluten-free diets prevent cancer. This one is a popular myth that's gathered quite a bit of momentum recently. We know that gluten-free diets are a non-negotiable necessity for those with celiac disease, but there's a common misconception that they can also serve as a panacea for cancer prevention. Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. For the majority of people, gluten poses no health risks. In those with celiac disease and autoimmune disorder, gluten triggers an immune response that can damage the small intestine. But does this have any relevance to cancer? The truth is, simply cutting gluten from your diet doesn't possess inherent cancer-fighting powers. There are no extensive credible scientific studies that link a gluten-free diet directly to reduced cancer risk. In fact, unnecessary restrictions on gluten can lead to a lack of essential nutrients. This is because gluten-containing foods like whole grains are often high in fiber and B vitamins, which are crucial for maintaining a healthy digestive system and overall health. An arbitrary avoidance of gluten can potentially lead to a deficiency in these nutrients, which is counterproductive when it comes to cancer prevention. Moreover, many gluten-free products replace gluten-containing grains with alternatives that are often less nutritious, higher in sugars, or lack dietary fiber, the exact opposite of what cancer preventative diets should be. The key takeaway here is that it's not about shunning a specific protein, but embracing a well-rounded, varied diet that aligns with individual health needs and preferences. If you're not gluten sensitive, avoiding it won't provide an extra layer of defense against cancer. Remember that the most effective cancer-fighting diet is one that is balanced, varied, and tailored to your individual health needs. And finally, myth number 10. Detox diets eliminate cancer-causing toxins. Detox diets have been touted as toxin-flushing miracles, but the science tells a different story. The body already has a detoxification system in place. There's no credible evidence that detox diets remove toxins or reduce cancer risks. A balanced diet, regular exercise, and avoidance of harmful substances like tobacco will do more to keep you healthy. Trust in your body's innate wisdom rather than seeking external fixes. We've journeyed through these myths, uncovering truth along the way. Now, armed with knowledge and insight, you can navigate the complex world of diet and cancer prevention with confidence. Like, share, and subscribe to stay informed and empowered. Until next time, stay curious and eat wisely.